Hey, so in this lecture I want to briefly talk about something called rubber duck debugging, which is a method of debugging in which the programmer articulates a problem to a rubber duck. Basically, the programmer will have a rubber duck near the workspace, and then the programmer will explain or articulate the problem to the rubber duck. Now, of course, you can also write it down, or you can verbally explain the problem to the rubber duck. And basically, this method is going to force the programmer to explain to the rubber duck what the code is supposed to do line by line. At some point, the programmer will realize that the code is not doing what the programmer intended. That is what the programmer explained to the duck, and then of course, in that way you can find where the mistake is. Now, of course, you might want to ask a coworker, a fellow programmer, but you may prefer to confine your mistakes to a duck. This does not have to be a rubber duck. This can be a pet, a cat or a dog, some action figure or whatever you want, but the point of this is just to force yourself, that is the programmer, to explain the code. That is, walk through the code, and then at some point again, as you explain what the code is supposed to do, you will realize that it does not actually do that, and then in that way, you will recognize where the problem is. Alright, so that was a quick introduction to rubber duck debugging. I will see you next time.